On today's episode, I share details about the 90-day no gaming detox. Hey, what's up guys? Cam here, and today I'm coming at you from Vancouver, BC. Quickly, if you haven't already, make sure you sign up for the email list on gamequitters.com, where after this video in the next week or two, there's a ton of really cool things coming your way. I have exclusive videos coming for you guys that won't be on my YouTube channel, so definitely sign up on the email list on gamequitters.com so you don't miss out on that content. On today's episode, I'm going to share details about the 90-day detox. You guys have heard me talk about this in a lot of videos, but I've never actually made one video specifically to talk about what this 90-day detox is, why it's important, and how you can get started on yours today. So that's what I wanted to answer today. I want to share all the details about it, where it's from, why it's important, and how you can also get started. So the 90-day detox is exactly what it sounds like. It's 90 days of not playing video games. Now that's all types of games. That's any PC games, mobile games, any type of video game. Board games are fine because those aren't video games. So 90 days without games. Now, where is this from? This comes from research that was in a video, a TED Talk by Gary Wilson. It was actually about masturbating and no porn. So it's called the no fap movement, right? Many of you guys are familiar with that. And so what he suggested was for people who struggled with porn addiction to go through a 90-day detox, and that would help your brain rewire back to normal dopamine sensitivity levels. But what you may have noticed or you may not have noticed in that TED Talk, which I'll link below, is this also applies to video games. And the reason it applies is because gaming gives you this same type of dopamine rush. And so it's actually called rapid dopamine release, which is dopamine's like the feel-good chemical in your brain. Now, I'm not a doctor and I'm not playing one on YouTube. I'm not playing one on the internet. So make sure you check the links below where I'll share more of the research. But what happens is when you game, the type of stimulation that you get in games is really intense. It's really high. It's a high level of stimulation. And because of this, your brain actually gets used to this level of stimulation. So you may feel like you're passionate about games, but actually what might actually be happening is your brain's actually just used to that level of stimulation. And so it's not always that you want to game, and it's actually that your brain wants to game. And you'll see this when you quit gaming and you start experiencing cravings, and it can kind of be a weird experience because you're like, I don't even want to play games, but your brain wants to play games. And so this is exactly why gaming can be a lot of fun, whereas real life can be kind of boring, right? So the level of stimulation you get in games is a lot more intense than the level of stimulation you get in quote-unquote real life. Now, I actually believe that real life can be absolutely amazing, very fulfilling, very stimulating, but it's just stimulating in a different way, and depending on the way that your brain is accustomed to being stimulated. So if you game a lot, it's used to that, whereas if you don't game a lot, it's more used to the normal kind of expectation of dopamine that you would get from real life. So basically what happens is the more you game, the more you want to game, the more your brain wants to game. So the more you game, and then what happens is because your brain is now used to this level of stimulation, you actually have structural brain changes that happen, and there's 3 of them. So the first is numbed pleasure response, which basically just means that everyday activities no longer satisfy you. And so you can see this when you're not gaming, everything else just tends to kind of be boring or just not pleasurable. It just doesn't satisfy you. The second change is called hyper reactivity to gaming, which basically means that gaming is a lot of fun, whereas everything else is boring. And it's the difference in intensity, right? So it's gaming is a lot of fun, whereas everything else in real life is boring. So it's that contrast. The third change is willpower erosion, and this happens due to changes that happen to your prefrontal cortex I'm a bit sloppy today. Your prefrontal cortex, that is the part of your brain in charge of willpower, decision making, etc. So what happens is you think that you just love gaming, you're just passionate about it, when actually your brain just loves gaming. And because of the changes to your brain, what happens is you don't even have the willpower, or you don't think you have the willpower to quit anyways. Now I have a video on how to improve your willpower that you should definitely check out. But it's just most important that you identify that some of the reasons why you're gaming, or some of the reasons why you're worried or scared about quitting, actually has to do with the changes that have happened to your brain, and not necessarily with yourself and who you are and what you want and what you desire. So what's recommended is that you go through a 90-day detox, and during these 90 days, your brain will be able to come back to normal expectation levels of this type of stimulation that it deserves or it wants. And because of that, you'll start to notice a lot of different changes happen. Like you'll find life a lot more fun than you used to, or you'll find your willpower has improved, or you'll find that gaming just isn't nearly as much fun as it once was to you. Now 90 days can seem like a lot of time, and I definitely recommend that you go one day at a time. Use the videos. I mean, there's over 40 different videos now on the channel, and each of those will help you be able to get through your 90-day detox. You can also check out Respawn, which is the course I have to help you with that. But you want to commit to 90 days, especially because not only has gaming caused changes to your brain and you want to detox from that, but as I've shared before, gaming is also the way that you fulfill a bunch of different needs. So it fulfills temporary escape, it's your social community, it's the way that you experience a sense of purpose, challenge, you see growth. And by taking 90 days off games, you actually have an opportunity to now work on those different areas of your life. So maybe you don't really feel very confident in your social skills. Well, taking 90 days off gaming is going to remove that crutch and give you an opportunity to work on improving your social skills, which is going to actually make a big difference, because 90 days is enough time to start seeing some decent progress in any area that you dedicate yourself to. Now, 90 days doesn't mean, or going through the detox doesn't mean that it's going to solve all of your problems. You have to do the work, but I do think that 90 days is a really good start, especially if you're thinking of, I want to play in moderation sometime, or I'd like to game with my friends every once in a while. Do your 90-day detox first and then reevaluate, because when we're gaming, we're under this thing called gaming fog, where essentially everything that I've kind of described in this video is happening. And so we think that, we just want to game, or we think that, we want to game with our friends, or we want to game in moderation, when those behaviors or those thoughts are being influenced by this gaming fog. So by going 90 days, at the end of it, you'll be in a much different position to be able to make that decision. Whatever that decision is, you'll be in a better place. Now, 90 days might be enough time, it might not be enough time. Don't get too attached to the specific amount of time. 90 days is just a guideline, it's not the rule of law. So I definitely recommend, if you haven't already, commit to your 90 days. Write down the date today on a whiteboard, in an agenda. You can go on Stop Gaming and set up a badge, but commit to your 90-day detox and use it as a new opportunity to experience something new in life. Use it as an opportunity to learn more about yourself. Use it as an opportunity to maybe, take advantage of the time to fix some areas of your life that you're looking to fix. But this is a really good way to start your journey. 90 days. If you can't go 90 days without gaming, you probably shouldn't be gaming. So I definitely recommend to, go through the detox. Use the videos on the channel to help you out. Check out Respawn if you're looking for, more concrete, structured way of working on this stuff. It's definitely, that it's basically what I designed to help you guys with this. And, let me know if I can help in any way. So hope this video helps you guys out. If it does, hit thumbs up to help other people find this video. Hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment. Have you committed to your detox yet? Are you committing to it today? How many days have you gone without gaming? What challenges are you guys running into? Leave a comment, let me know what's up, and I'll reply. So hope you guys are having a great day. Sign up for the email list on gamequeries.com, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, peace.